Preparing to leave for a round the world trip is quite a crazy process. This constant flux of wild excitement that verges on near exhaustion. Our process at the moment is try and embrace some solitude early in the morning because every day ends up being so jam-packed. The days fly by and life becomes this beautiful chaos, but it's all part of the big adventure magic. It's the beginning of spring, and after months of planning behind the scenes and subtle to not so subtle hints,
Right, I'll see you later. Bye.
we finally shared our plans to leave the Lake District and cycle around the world. And now we can properly share what we've been up to for the last few months. Thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video.
So on a few occasions now we have sold everything, we have moved out, we have quit jobs, we have packed life onto bikes.
Or in a backpack.
Or into backpacks. And there's so many different things to think about.
But we've sort of split it down into sections, so that hopefully makes it a bit more tackleable.
I'd say we've got a pretty well established packing list which we've used for years. But the thing that's always changing is how we're going to carry the camera gear, the laptop. It's going to be a bit tight, I think.
Off-road riding and expensive electronics aren't a particularly great combination. We're constantly trying different options to keep things safe.
Moment of truth. Oh no, it's not too long.
But the real reason we love going through all the gear and setup is because of all the obligatory test rides. Panniers?
Yeah, they're good. They're very sturdy. They're actually motorcycle panniers, so they're clipless and they're very waterproof, very thick. But I'm a fan.
I think in terms of all of the handlebar bags I have used, this one has the space to really pad everything out really well. And it's very secure off-road, so I like it. Yeah, we have the last few bits to tweak, and then before we leave we're going to be putting together a really detailed video on our packing list with all the items on it and the bike setups, because we have some very exciting news with the bikes which we will be able to share a bit further down the line.
Hopefully very soon.
Even just a few hours is enough for a little ride, to get a feel for the bike changes and get a nature fix before cracking on with all the other indoor elements of the prepping. So before we get onto the money section of this video, I just wanted to say thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring the video, which is particularly important in the build up to our round the world cycle, where we're going to be working online. We're going to be using lots of public Wi-Fi, but we're also going to be cycling through countries which have restrictions on the websites and apps and social media sites that you're using. And this is why Surfshark's become really popular with long distance cyclists, because you can use their VPN service to change your virtual location. So if you come to a country which is blocking a website that you need to use, you can change your virtual location to a different country which doesn't have these restrictions. Surfshark also keeps you protected online, which is really, really useful if you're using lots of public Wi-Fi. They have a antivirus software which scans your devices, and I really like the alert system which you can set up, which monitors all of your emails and your bank cards and also all of your passwords. So if there are any unauthorized uses, you get notified about that straight away. You can get a reduced annual subscription, or you can pay month by month, which is really cool, so you can cater it to the length of your trip. And if you use the promo code JoshSarah, this will get you 3 extra months for free. I'll put a link in the description below so you can find out some more. And there's also a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk in trying it out. Right, so let's take a look at the money and the planning. The big question is, how are we going to pay for this trip?
Well,
we have never worked and made films on the road before, so this is going to be a completely new experience to us.
Okay, you ready? Ready.
And we don't really know how it's going to go.
no, we imagine it would be a lot of editing intense and uploading in coffee shops and hostels on public Wi-Fi, which we're quite excited for.
But we will be making the videos, so videos will be going onto YouTube. We're also going to continue our freelancing.
So because I'm quitting my day job, I'm going to have a bit more time to focus on Josh and Sarah Ride and taking on a bit more roles within video making, which is exciting but a little bit daunting as well.
So far we've gone through Lightroom and you're taking and editing photos.
Yep.
And now we've got Premiere
Learning
Pro.
ropes on Premiere Pro.
And we're also just about to open a website.
Which we're really, really excited about, and be selling prints, which is something we've been wanting to do for a long time.
Yeah, and I guess we're not expecting that to be making a lot of money necessarily. It's more that, like Sarah said, we've been wanting to sell prints for just such a long time because we love photography.
Yeah.
Right now, the big job is, out of thousands of images, choosing which to sell. So if you've seen any snaps on our videos, Facebook or Instagram that you really like, we'd really love it if you let us know. And people have also mentioned about a Patreon, so we've set one up.
If you don't know what Patreon is, it's like an additional community where we can share some additional features and give a bit more of behind the scenes. And
as well as lots of other features, Patreon would be a place to share personal insights and the stories that don't quite make it into the final films. Or just interesting shenanigans like all these tractors.
I've never seen this
We just come out and be like, there's a lot of tractors coming
That
down
looks
the
like there's
hill.
about half a dozen. Oh no, that looks about a dozen. And there's like nearly hundreds. Wow, amazing. And some of them have really fun horns.
there's a double rainbow. Oh my god. I thought these things were just in stories. Oh, beautiful. Having to get so much stuff done, not really getting much time outside. No like camps or like trips or things. And I know it's all definitely worth it in the grand scheme of things, but just been a bit stressed out and come outside and just this. Little things like this incredible rainbow. It's absolutely beautiful. Such a lovely evening. So many colours, wind blowing it all, so it's changing all the time.
We've got lots of cool ideas, but are particularly excited it could be a chance for people to get more involved in the big ride.
There's lots of points on the trip where we're like, oh, should we go here or we should go here?
Yeah, should we go through this country or this route?
And we thought it'd be really cool to open that up to you guys and have a little poll and people can decide where we go,
Yeah,
so
and you
people
can
can really
choose.
get involved with the trip, because we really want to take people, you know, kind of share this experience and take people on board for the ride. So I thought that'd be a cool way of doing it. And I guess the big thing with the Patreon is that it's a place where there'll be a like a free option, but it's also where people can help support our videos and help support our ride too. We just got the final little push
Final little touches.
with the website and the prints too, which
Ooh,
is
exciting.
crazy busy, but yeah, very exciting. So I would say this is the most inspiring aspect of planning a big trip.
The things you'll see, the places you'll go, the people you'll meet, the food you'll eat, like the places we'll camp, the sites we'll wake up to every morning. Like, it's so exciting to think. And where we'll start the day and where we'll finish the day will be completely different.
Yeah, it just kind of fills you with these giddy thoughts.
Yeah.
But it's also the aspect which we actually plan the least.
Yes.
because we kind of want the trip to organically unfold and see where we'll go. And we have found with longer term trips, the more you plan,
It doesn't leave you open to sort of opportunities, getting kind of recommendations from locals, sort of, just going completely off piste, just on a whim and following your senses. So we do try and keep it very open-ended.
we're pretty certain we will be getting a ferry to Holland.
Yeah.
And then from Holland, we will be making our way towards Turkey.
Yes.
But that route, the way
It's
we get
quite
there,
open.
but we're riding east.
We are.
Riding
East.
east.
If you know of any cool off-road routes, weird and wonderful places off the beaten tracks, we would really love to know. The trip is fast approaching and the days are flying by, so we would appreciate the recommendations. We woke up to clear skies, but Storm Kathleen was due to bring rough conditions, whilst we spent the day slowly starting to plan the move out.
So all the moving out stuff, I'd say this is when it really
Really
is,
starts to feel real.
yeah, a bit crazy, a bit like very exciting, but pretty daunting at the same time. So because we're leaving in the summer, we're just going to take our light. That was a bit hard.
We'll just be taking a lightweight summer packing list. Sorry, Sarah.
Sorry.
Quitting jobs, packing away life and finding removal companies is quite a surreal process, even after just 18 months here.
We don't have loads of room, so we've got to be quite ruthless with it.
Yes.
So we're selling lots of things, we're giving stuff away. If you'd like to buy a gimbal,
Gimbals, lenses, bike bits and bobs. Our eBay account is pretty active right now, but we have been getting restless spending so much time inside. Turns out Storm Kathleen was just the fix we needed. So I'll be honest, we didn't get too high into the hills, but we didn't really need to. Chasing helmets and bike crashes, blinding rain and inspiring rainbows. Sometimes you just need a good battering from the conditions. Even the sheep were losing their footings. We saw the makings of a double rainbow.
We did, a glimmer of a double rainbow.
We got absolutely smashed by the
By the wind.
By the wind.
I fell off my bike,
We got some sandwiches outside,
we drank tea.
and we got a good Mother Nature fix.
We did.
And now we can go
Feeling rejuvenated.
and continue planning the big adventure. Mother Nature fixed.
Yeah, battered by Mother Nature.
Ice hurting.
Yeah, ice hitting, my ears were stinging a lot, so I had to put my head up. I'm a sensitive little petal.
so we've timed it quite well because it's just starting to rain.
Yeah.
My eyeballs are really
Yeah,
hurting
my
from all
ears
the
really
wind.
sting.
But yeah, so we're on to the boring bits.
Yeah.
And although we've put boring bits, these are basically just more admin-y things that we can't do outside.
Things like visas, insurance,
Insurance.
banking, things. So it is still one step closer to the big adventure, but it's less practical, so we enjoy it a bit less than the test rides, let's say.
But when we're doing it, and if we're a bit bored, behind the screen looking at hundreds of different insurance policies, you then think about what it's all going towards.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It'll be worth it. Yeah. So
It's very exciting.
thank you so much for watching. And if this is your first video and you wanted to see our journey around the world, we'd love it if you subscribed. And thank you so much for watching.
We will see you in the next time.
Bye guys.
And thanks again to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. You can find our discount code and more information by clicking on their link in the description.